What's happening, YouTubeverse? It's your boy Darkularity, and I'm back with another update on the ARK announcements, I guess fiasco or situation that's kind of been unfolding since last Friday. So we're back with another Community Crunch 356, right? So this one dropped today, April 7th. And let's just get into it again, just like before. We'll go through it. We'll kind of discuss as we go through. So what they say, hey survivors, we appreciate your patience as we digest the feedback and consulted with our partners to revise our upcoming plans. As always, we're very grateful to have such a passionate player base, and we hear and understand your concerns. We've decided to make some changes and provide additional information as to why we're taking this approach, so please bear with us as we address some points. Price point and bundle. Right, so this would be the ASA bundle that was bundled with ARK 2 and whatnot. So it says, first things first, we are scrapping the respawn bundle. Our intention behind this was to provide a package where you essentially got two products for the price of one. In hindsight, not the best move. Our bad. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know what to think of that. It's almost like it's an apology. Kinda, but not really. It's not really an apology. It's more, I guess, them just kind of covering their own ass. In hindsight, not our best move, our bad. Okay, well, whatever. We recognize how combining ARK Survival Ascended with ARK 2 and requiring further DLC upgrades wasn't optimal. Like, no shit, right? No shit. Especially since you wouldn't be able to judge ARK 2 as no gameplay or content would be available yet. Like, no anything has been available yet. I think we've got, what do we have? 6 concept art? I mean, we know what we're getting when it comes down to it, right? So continuing on here, ARK Survival Ascended will now be a standalone package released on every platform at $59.99. So it's $10 more than the previous package. But this package will include the following pieces of content built in and not sold separately, with each remastered and altered for the next generation consoles, PC, whatever, technology. The Island, so that comes out at launch. Survival of the Fittest. Scorched Earth, which also comes out at launch. Aberration and Extinction, which both come out in late 2023 and then Q1 Q1 2024 for Genesis Part 1, and then Q2 2024 for Genesis Part 2, and then all of the community created maps. Fjordur, Ragnarok, The Center, Lost Island, Valjero, and Crystal Isles. So all of these are included for the price at $59.99. And I'm kind of like, on that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a good deal because everything's packaged up. But my honest opinion is I feel that it's still slightly high on the price point, at least for me, right? And now it's not bundled ARK 2, which I'm happy with that they're not bundling with ARK 2. But think if ARK 2 comes out at probably what, $50-$60? I mean, we can assume it's going to come out at $50-$60. Then we're total for the package, you know, $120, where total previously it had been $90, right? Because it had been $50 for the previous respawn bundle, which included ARK 2, and then another $40 for all of the DLCs, bringing it to about $90. So I can guess that ARK 2 is probably going to be around the $60 range. So all in all, we're all going to be paying about $120, right? So we're going to be paying about $30 more if that's the way they go on pricing for ARK 2. And of course, if you're not going to buy ARK 2 or you don't plan on it, then it's not a big deal. We're still saving, you know, $30 anyway. I'm glad they bundled everything up, and I'm glad it's all included, so that's fantastic. So let's go here. No longer a backward compatible free upgrade. Initially, when we'd first considered doing an Unreal Engine 5 upgrade, we planned to just port the Switch version of the game and undo the graphical limitations required for that hardware. We weren't going to minimize the potential of the new technology, we weren't going to introduce new gameplay changes, and we weren't going to make any critical design changes that would have had an impact on existing save data. So basically they're saying they were just going to improve the graphical features of it using the port that they made for the Switch remaster, which came out in earlier this year, maybe the end of last year. I'm not sure the exact date on when the new Switch remastered version came out, but essentially they were planning on using the Switch remastered version of the game and then just upgrade the graphics to using Unreal Engine 5, not adding any extra content to the game. I'm glad that they're deciding to add content and changes, and we're going to see some more about that as we continue through here. So continuing on, they said after carefully considering what would be the best outcome for those who enjoy ARK Survival Evolved and would want to continue to enjoy it in the years to come, we decided that our initial plan would not be sufficient and we would need to provide you with an evergreen classic ARK experience, one that can continue to grow over time on a cleaned up code base, making use of the new technological advancements not only in the industry, but also in what we're working on with ARK 2. So kind of what I gather from this paragraph is I honestly think ARK 2 is going to be significantly different than ARK 1. I think it's going to be, I think they're concerned about how different the game is going to be. And that's the whole reason I think they decided to do ASA in the first place. It wasn't just to bring improvements to the game for the players, but when ARK 2 comes out, it's probably not going to fill the same niche that ARK 1 does, right? That ARK does and that ASA is going to. So I think a lot of people probably won't be interested in ARK 2 by the sounds of it. And so this is going to continue, you know, they want to have a port of the ARK game that they're able to continually update and probably cash in on, right? Which I'm fine with, you know, it's a good game. So we weren't trying to mislead you with our earlier comments. I'm sure it was accidental. Jeremy probably, you know, jumped the gun on what he had said. Our plans and overall intentions changed. So you're probably asking, well, why don't we make these upgrades in the original ARK Survival Evolved ASE? Frankly, it would not be viable. Many of the changes we're making in ARK Survival Ascended will touch a lot of aspects of the game. And I get that, you know, it's going to, the changes that they're going to make now, you know, when they were originally just going to port the Switch version, update the graphics, they wouldn't have to change too much. But now they're adding a lot of new changes and features to the game, and I understand that, right? So they had to go that direction. They also say in here, just a quick summary of this paragraph, is they're still sunsetting the official ARK servers on August 31st. So official ARK or ASE servers are still shutting down. They're not changing their plans on doing that. It's unfortunate. I think it's the worst part of this for me. I don't play on official, but I know that a lot of people do it, and the community has been around for a long time. I used to play on official. I just prefer slightly higher rates, right? I don't have the time to commit the amount of time official takes, but a lot of people do and love that style of gameplay. So it doesn't feel like ARK is old enough to be shutting down servers yet. At least for me, you know, it's only 5 years old, and people are like, oh, you know, ARK, it's time that it had a remaster. Like, it's only 5 years old. Am I crazy? Am I the only, you know I'm not the only person, but to me, the people defending that decision, it's only 5 years old. It's not even that old of a game. Yeah, so you guys can read through this stuff here if you want to. Let's get into some of the other stuff they're saying that's being added to ASA. So we plan to support ASA, ARK Survival Ascended, and new features included at launch, content drops, creatures, items, structures, and DLC. Their roadmap is covered those planned changes, and we said that there will be more, and here's a preview. So they're planning on adding dynamic navigation mesh and creature pathfinding overhaul. So better AI pathfinding for all of the creatures and stuff, and I think that's fantastic. That's going to be so cool, because a lot of them are pretty derpy now. Having improved dino AI is going to be pretty sweet. A photo mode, I mean, depending on the graphical changes, a photo mode might be actually pretty sweet, right? NVIDIA DLSS, that's gonna be perfect for improving the performance of the game. Dino Baby management, quality of life, this is gonna be cool. Actually, I'm actually excited about this. Wild babies, I mean, I'm not sure what that, can we tame wild babies? Can we just scoop them up and steal them? I don't know, but wild babies is gonna be kind of a cool thing to see roaming around. Snap point improvements, yeah, that's good. ARK's building, or ARK's, you know, structure snapping is a tad annoying at times. I would say everyone would agree with me on that point. Character creation and customization improvements, that'll be cool. And then cross-platform multiplayer and full blueprint modding. I think full blueprint modding is going to be interesting in ARK. I don't really have much of an opinion on that, to be honest, so far. And then they just kind of wrap it up. So my thoughts, my opinions on this whole situation here is I'm glad that all of the DLC is being included in the bundle, right? I'm not gonna lie, I am disappointed they're removing ARK 2. They're raising the price by 10 bucks and removing ARK 2. I feel like at the end of the day, because I'm a ARK fan, I'm a wildcard fan, I love ARK Survival Evolved. I already know, I knew even, you know, before the last video, and that's why in my previous video I didn't say I wasn't gonna buy ARK 2. Or I mean ARK Ascended. I was gonna buy ASA, and that's why I never said that I wouldn't buy ASA. I wasn't gonna blacklist it. I knew inside that I was gonna buy it, and I know that I'm gonna buy ARK 2. So I feel like with this change, we might, and I might be wrong, maybe they price it at 30 bucks and it ends up being the same, but I think it's going to come out, it's either going to come out at, you know, 60 bucks, or it might even come out at like 80, 90 bucks. We don't know. I feel like we're going to end up paying more in the long run for this change. Honestly, if they would have done this in the beginning, that would have been the way to go, right? Hindsight 2020, if they would have done this in the beginning, priced at this point, bundled everything up, they would have avoided this entire fiasco, I think. Well, maybe not, because, you know, Jeremy did say that it was going to be free, so there would have been some backlash or whatever the case was, but I think that this would have been better received at this price point, right? I am disappointed that it's not including ARK 2 anymore, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I feel like there is more value in buying this bundle for 60 bucks. I dislike the fact that they're treating this like it's a standalone game, like it's a new game that's coming out, because it's not. It's a remastered. And yes, they're making changes and stuff, and I understand that, but it's not a new game, right? It's just a reskin version or an improved graphical version of ARK Survival Evolved, a game that we already know and love, a game that we already own, and it seems like they're treating it like it's a totally separate game. But whatever. Is this an improvement over their previous statement from last Friday? Yes, it's an improvement. Does it solve 100% of the issues? No, I don't think it does, right? But, you know, they're not going to find the perfect solution, and they're not going to be able to please everybody. But I'm excited everything's included in this bundle. We don't have to worry about that. I'm looking forward to ARK 2. I'm excited for ARK 2. I honestly think it's going to be a totally different experience, and I'm not sure how that makes me feel. I love ARK Survival Evolved so much that it being changed in a way that isn't, it doesn't have the same soul and feel to it, I find that kind of disappointing. Anyways, everybody, let me know your thoughts on these changes. I figured I would just make this video and throw it out, and, you know, I will let you know, I do plan on doing ARK content on my channel at some point, probably after the launch of ASA. I don't want to do it in its current form because it's coming to its end, so probably once ASA comes out in ARK 2 also, I will be doing content on that on my channel. I like playing a variety of games, so anyone who's subscribed to me is going to get a variety of content. All right, anyone, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this. Does it solve problems for you, or does it kind of leave you in the gray? If you like the video, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, it'd be perfect. All right, everybody, have a good one. Thanks a bunch. Peace.